Hello, Italia versus Portugal. This matchup hasn't even been confirmed yet, but if you've been living under a rock, they've been put in the same path in the World Cup qualifiers, which basically means one of them or neither of them are gonna make it to Qatar. But like I said, it's not even guaranteed that they'll play each other. Macedonia and Turkey are still in the race, and to rule either of them out would be ridiculous. Both being massive underdogs, but we've seen both of these sides put up very good fights against what are considered to be the top nations in Europe. Turkey at the beginning of the World Cup qualifiers got a very impressive win against Netherlands. They beat them 4-2 in March. Yeah, Netherlands beat them 6-1 later on in September, but that match where Turkey beat Netherlands was the match where everyone started believing that they could have done something in the Euros. They obviously fell short, but Turkey's inconsistencies can be very scary towards Portugal and even possibly Italia or Macedonia later down on the road. And then Macedonia earlier on the World Cup qualifiers, we saw them beating Germany, which was a massive upset. Germany's only loss in the World Cup qualifiers. And then when you look at how Italy and Portugal have done, they're both obviously in the playoffs for a reason. Italy haven't lost a single game in the World Cup qualifiers, but they could have beaten Switzerland on match day 9 of 10, just missing a penalty last minute. And then on match day 10, they drew with Northern Ireland 0-0. And to see how well Macedonia have been playing lately in the World Cup qualifiers, what makes you think they can't hold off for a 0-0 draw if Northern Ireland could do it, and then they could possibly go to penalties? And then Portugal had a strong start, Ronaldo breaking all these international records earlier on in the World Cup qualifiers, squad looking stronger and stronger compared to previous years. The expectations were there for them to easily make it to the World Cup. People even saying that this group was easy for them. Well, no, Serbia managed to get a very late goal in Lisbon against them on the final match day of the group stages. Not to mention they also drew with Ireland 0-0 previous to that. Both Italy and Portugal have had moments where they've been looking not at their best. And yeah, these World Cup qualifier playoffs are all happening in March, pretty far from now by the time I'm recording this. But I honestly can't stop thinking about it. I can't even imagine how the Italians and the Portuguese feel right now. Genuinely asking from the bottom of my heart, are you guys okay? I mean, I'd be absolutely shitting myself if I were Portuguese or Italian right now. For one of these sides or both of them to miss the World Cup, it's such a huge deal. So the anticipation is there. Honestly, I'm more eager to watch this match more than any Champions League or Europa League matchup. I obviously want to know if Barcelona can make it to the Europa League round of 16s, but I am more eager to see if Russia was Ronaldo's last World Cup. Now, although we cannot forget about Macedonia and Turkey, alright, I am completely aware that upsets can happen. However, most people are banking that the final of that path playoff is going to be Italia versus Portugal. And I am as well, honestly. I obviously would love to see Turkey or Macedonia pull off some upsets. I'd love to see them both make it to the final of the playoffs for that path. But I think Portugal and Italy will be very determined to not slip that early on. I think both Turkey and Macedonia can make it close with Italy and Portugal, but luck / hard work / class across the entire squad will make it so we will be seeing Italy versus Portugal. And if we don't, and you're here in the future, I don't even feel bad because I know I'm not the only one that's looking like an idiot here. I even post on my community page, which of these teams do you guys think will go to Qatar? Now, obviously, I'm not surprised about that Macedonia number. I respect the pride. I'm surprised Turkey's only at 4%, to be honest. But looks like most people are going with Italy here. I'm going to be making a combined starting 11 with Italy and Portugal. And I'm going to try to give a finalized prediction, although it's still very early to make it. This debate will be talked about for months. Obviously, there's risks to talk about it early, but screw it. I can't get my mind off it. And I'd love to hear your guys' opinion on this path in the World Cup qualifier playoffs as well. Leave a comment on what you think will happen, your thoughts on these matchups. And if you enjoy this kind of video, I'll do it for the other paths in the World Cup qualifier playoffs along the next few months at some point. Gotta knock this one out early as it's honestly the most highly anticipated for most fans. I mean, let's be real. I'm obviously curious to see if Sweden or Czech Republic will make it to the World Cup, but we're really about to witness one of the GOATs not being in the World Cup or the current Euro winners not making it themselves. Let's take a look at that starting 11 now. All right, guys, as you can see, I'm on the FIFA squad builders here doing this. Now, keep in mind, this is just my personal opinion. Let me know what I got wrong in the comments. Obviously, love to hear what you guys think, but I'm going to be giving you guys my best starting 11 between Italia against Portugal. Lots to consider, obviously. About to show some debatable picks for sure. But yeah, let's get into it. For the goalkeeper, we got to go with Italia here. Come on. Donnarumma. Rui Patricio shows a lot of heart. But Donnarumma, I think is an easy pick. I'm not going to go into too much detail about this guy. Amazing Euro performance. Now doing bits at PSG. Now for the center backs. This is where I can get a little bit tricky. We all know Italy have such a strong wall of defense. The duo of Chiellini and Bonucci was just incredible over the summer to watch, and I rate both of them so highly. But how are we going to forget about Ruben Dias? This guy was one of the best defenders in the Premier League last season, without a doubt. He's still doing bits right now for Manchester City. I think we definitely got to include him in the starting 11, so there you go. Gonna have to break that Chiellini-Bonucci partnership, and we gotta choose one of them. I honestly would have said Chiellini if we were talking about during the Euros, but now this guy's talking about possibly retiring before the World Cup. Bonucci also aging as well, but you know what? It's a really tough call. I honestly don't know. I'm gonna give it to Bonucci though. He was a huge reason why Italia was not in the Nations League final, but he's still a brilliant defender. Juventus have been shaky this season, obviously, but due to the fact that Chiellini's been injured a lot this season and he's aging a bit, I want to put him in there so bad, but I'm going to give it to Bonucci for now. Next up, the fullbacks. We'll start off with the right back because I think it's an easier choice than the left back, to be honest. I'm going with Cancelo. This guy's been absolutely terrific for Manchester City this year. He was already terrific in the past. He's gotten 3 goals and 7 assists so far as a defender in the Premier League. I'm giving him that spot, no reason why I shouldn't. For left back, it's debatable. I think both Italy and Portugal have many quality players in this position that can be proven to be even. I could have taken Guerrero, Nuno Mendes, but I'm going with the Italian Spinazzola. This guy got injured during the Euros, but he was one of the most exciting players on the squad to watch. It's a debatable one. Let me know if you think I should have gone for a Portuguese player, but I'm giving it to the Italian. Now for the midfield, lots of things to debate here as well. Let's start off easy though. Hopefully this guy isn't injured during March because he's a fantastic player. I'm going with Verratti. I personally think he's one of Italy's best defenders. That's why I thought it was a crime that Jorginho nearly won the Ballon d'Or. Verratti, class. Let's move on to the other center mid. Probably a predictable pick right here, but we're going with Bruno Fernandes. Not the most consistent player recently, but we still know what this guy's about. Sometimes he doesn't turn up for the international team, but it's still never a smart idea to doubt this guy. Definitely deserves a starting role in my opinion. Now for the last center mid, there's so many options we could take. I could give Jorginho that spot if I wanted to. I could give it to another underrated Italian midfielder, Barella. Or I could switch things around. This guy for the national team a lot plays on the wing, but he's comfortable at center mid as well because he's played there a lot for club. So I'm giving it to a Portuguese player here, Bernardo Silva. This guy has been fantastic. He could be utilizing the attack more, but as a midfielder, he still pulls it off. So far at the time of recording this, he's gotten 7 goals in the Premier League. He doesn't even start all the time. Without a doubt, giving it to him. How's the attack going to look now? Let's just get this one over with now. Cristiano Ronaldo at striker, without a doubt. I don't need to go into detail about this one. Come on. Ciro Immobile, very solid player, but is kind of inconsistent for the national team. Ronaldo is definitely a more reliable option, I think. And now for the wingers. On the left, an easier choice. Oh, I could have gone with Jota as well. He's been terrific, but I'm going with an Italian here. I'm taking Insigne. It's definitely a debatable call, as Jota has been massively in form, but we've seen Insigne's class over the years. He turned up a very decent amount of times in the Euros. I'm giving it to him, although I can see why someone would choose Jota. Now for the right winger position, this guy hasn't been amazing at club level recently, but we can't forget about how clutch he has been in the Euros. I'm going for Chiesa. For the national team, this guy's just absolutely lethal. Very dangerous for the other sides. Hopefully his success can continue. I'd love to see this guy keep being in form. But yeah, even though he hasn't been on his A game lately, I think the right wing role suits him well for this combined 11. So as you can see, it is very even. 6 Italians, 5 Portuguese players. But we could have even put a Portuguese player at left back. That was a debatable one. I could have put Bernardo at the wing and chosen another player in midfielder, possibly a Portuguese one. But I probably would have gone with an Italian anyway. What a dangerous starting 11 this is. And even if you try to switch these players out and combine them with their own country again, what? Ruben Dias for Chiellini? No problem. Jota for Insigne? Okay. Ciro Immobile for Ronaldo? Nah, I'll keep Ronaldo. But you get the point. The more I go over this, it's just even more mind-boggling. I think this is the most impossible fixture to predict, and the stakes are so high for both of these teams. It's going to be insane to see how they battle out for that. If Pepe's starting, he's got to be careful and not get a red card, because I could see both sides getting very aggressive on this one, honestly. All right, everybody, now I'm going to be giving you my final prediction. Not final, actually. This is definitely going to change again. Oh, you can't blame me, though. I'm going to be changing every month, every week. In my original playoff prediction, I made this video right when the draw happened. I said Portugal would beat Turkey 2-0. and Italy would beat Macedonia 2-1. And I think it's going to be even closer than that, honestly, now. For the Italia-Macedonia match, I think Italy are only going to be able to win 1-0. I really see Macedonia holding it off, honestly. They're going to do whatever they can and get heartbroken at the end, possibly by a Chiesa strike, being clutch again for the Italian team, doing what he does best. Like I said, he isn't at the best form right now, but I could see him making a comeback at that match. Who knows, he might not even start, but about 3 months before the match, those are my thoughts. And then Portugal versus Turkey, I think it's going to be even closer. Like I said 2-0 last time. I'm saying 0-0 this time, and it goes to penalties. Portugal just doing it there. Ronaldo being the hero, getting the credit. Yeah, that's my prediction. But imagine the scenes if it goes into penalties, but Turkey make it out on top. And then for when the matchup actually happens between Italia against Portugal, this match is already going to be played in Portugal. It's already confirmed. This is a massive 50-50 battle. If Ronaldo's able to do something here, it's going to be talked about for a very, very long time. But I think it's going to be Italia that does it at the end of the day. It's going to be an exciting battle, very close, going to extra time, and Italy does it there, finishing it 2-1. Barella and Insigne getting on the score sheet. Bernardo Silva getting a goal as well. I want to address something. I feel like the Portuguese fans think I absolutely hate their team. I don't. I know I put you guys in third of the Nations League. I know I doubted you many times in my Euro predictions. But right now, this is the side that looks like it's going to be more possible for a possible slip. I'm breaking it down between the managers. Mancini basically had a revival. Is his reputation really going to be let down now? Santos is already horrible. Can he really turn things around? I think Mancini's going to keep his head held high. Maybe this will just be more motivation for Ronaldo to play in another World Cup. But I know I could be wrong. And if you prove me wrong, Portugal, bravo to you. But most of all, biggest bravo to either Macedonia or Turkey if they're the ones that make it to the World Cup instead. But it's hard to doubt either Portugal or Italy right now. It's sad that the fact only one of these teams can make it. But yeah, like I said, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But yeah, until March, this is going to be a never-ending debate, and I'm very excited to see who finally comes out on top. I want to see the World Cup draw already happen. I want to see what teams already qualified. I'm so excited for this tournament. Anyway, guys, thank you all for making it to the end. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care. La noite.